Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks, and welcome back today to a commentary of a replay by me. You're getting another me replay. And today I'm playing in my Object 260, a tier 10, my tier 10 Russian heavy tank, one of several. The reward for the final set of missions of the first campaign, and one of my favourite tanks in the game. As you can see, I've got 2 marks of excellence on this bad boy, and I really enjoy this tank. It's a fast, heavy tank, good gun, armor is average, and yeah, it's a pretty good tank. Now, you'll have to excuse me again, I've still got a bit of man flu, which is why I haven't been streaming the last couple of days, but I'm just going to try and get through this video the best I can without coughing too much or sniffing or anything like that. But yeah, the Object 260, in my opinion, one of the best guns on most of the heavy tanks at tier 10. Very nice reload. It's got APCR as standard. It's a really big thing. I think a lot of people underestimate this shell velocity on this thing and things like that. It's 260mm as standard pen, 340 on the heat rounds. It's a very mobile tank. It's basically one of the, in my opinion, one of the best all-rounders at tier 10. It's fast. Not you're going to see this a lot in this game, but it's a fast tank. It's got a good gun. It's got decent armor. Like again, you're going to see the armor is not too shabby at all. So what are we playing on? We're playing on Pilsen. We're in a very good matchup. 4 tier 10s on each team, and then tier 9s and tier 8s. Quality driving max. The reason I've decided to relocate, yes, I'm a top tier heavy tank and should really be fighting out amongst the heavies, but the reason I've decided to relocate is I can't be bothered to sit there and have a pissing match for half the game with a 277. I want to progress. I want to move around. So we come around this side. I've never really come around here. Again, my driving absolutely impeccable. I'm being very wary at the minute because of the Progetto in the middle of the map. I want to know where he is. I kind of wish he'd have been there so I could have finished him off, or at least shot him. But unfortunately he's not there, and that may or may not, probably will, come back to bite me at the end of the game, which I will hopefully show you guys. This video is kind of a bit about decision making. Like, you're going to see in this game some more questionable decisions on my part, and it will become clear as it goes. I'm not going to spoil too much now, but if you're a newer player to World of Tanks, or even a good player but want to try and become a bit better, you need to kind of do these things. Now, me being an idiot, not really paying attention, drive across the gap because there's nothing there. The Progetto gets spotted, so I know he's not going to shoot me in the side, and a 50 TP pops up on my right. Fortunately for me, I bounce his APCR shot. I know that I've got much better reload than him, and I'm in a very nice position. At this point, I decided to go. For some reason, when I was playing this game, I'd had a long run of games where people were just deciding just to rush me. So I wanted to get in his face, get involved, so that the 277, the 50 prototype didn't all come around and just decide to rush me. We take a shot from him. He's still firing APCR. I'm firing APCR as well, but obviously mine are my standard shells. We put one into him. I try and go around him. He's smart. He doesn't. He turns his frontal armor to me. Did you see that? I back off to try and get the shot, but when I know that he's about to fire, I push forwards again. I see a 50 TP prototype come around the corner, reverse back round to try and get my frontal armor to him. I'm not going to try wasting the shot. Fire out the 50 TP prototype, angle against the prototype, and continue to face hug the 50 TP. I know I've got the reload on the 50 TP, so we are good. Christ, a lot happened there very quickly. We go for the cupola. No. Side, easy. Oh, wait, of course it bounces. But yeah, a couple of key points though. I'm just going to pause the video a second. That was, for me, very good. Anyone who watches me a lot will know that I tunnel vision a lot. I saw the 50 TP. If I'd have stayed just face hugging this guy, obviously this guy would have shot me. I know he hasn't got the best DPM, but still, you don't want to lose 440 health if you can help it. You saw that I was backing off against the 50 TP. To try and get a shot into his lower plate, make my life easier for an easier shot. But then as soon as I knew he was going to load, something in the 260, I can't zoom out enough, is you don't want to expose your lower plate. Your lower plate is quite, there we go. Your lower plate is quite prominent. So In face, I can him. I know it doesn't have very good gun depression. The front of the turret, very, very strong. The upper hull, especially when face hugged, it's like the traditional IS-3. Pike nose, frontal on, it's quite difficult to pen, so I can bounce his shot off. And then, yeah, I played very well there. Head up, own arse, but I did play well. 50 TP prototype shouldn't be too hard to take out. I am faffing a bit here. In hindsight, again, I wish I'd have just played a bit more aggressively. But, yeah, trying to save health. It's never a bad thing. Go for the polar. Nice. I see he fires. He's tier 8. I'm a tier 10. We've both got the same alpha. I know my reload's pretty good. There was no question there that I could quite easily finish him off. Now, we're in and around behind all of their heavy tanks, their tank destroyers, their heavily armoured tank destroyers, which is good because our team is currently losing 3-7. We have completely lost the other side of the map. Yeah, nice angle. AT-15 is going to struggle. Just go straight through the top of his tank, through that cupola. The infamous British tank destroyer cupola. Now I want to focus on the 277. I see the Conqueror is pushing up on the 277. I track the 277, try and hold him in place. Unfortunately for me, he does go forwards. The Conqueror doesn't block him. Death Star, I zoom out. I notice that he's not facing my way. I know I've got time for a shot. You see I go for the back drive wheel there. Unfortunately, I don't manage to track him. That would have been nice. But again, in hindsight, probably not tracking him was for the best for me, because it meant that he didn't. If I'd have tracked him, he'd have probably stopped and turned to shoot me. I put one into him. The Conqueror finishes him off. We've now got an IS-3-2. We have pulled the scores back a bit. Our Barask taking out the Pantera, and between me and the Conqueror taking out the Death Star. IS-3-2 takes a shot from the E-75. I think he took a shot from the Conqueror. He took one from me already. I go for the Pike nose in towards me, and we take a shot from the Progetto. Now, this is my first major screw up of the game. I've taken one from the Progetto. By now, he's probably loaded it back in. I kill the Progetto in one shot 100% of the time. As long as I pen it, the Progetto doesn't have very good armor. If I miss the shot, he can then unload into me. And what do? Go around, auto aim, fire on the move. So we take one, we take two, we take three. Fortunately, I finish him off before we take the fourth. But all I had to do there was not fire. And the Progetto wouldn't have come around the corner. I could have chased him round and finished him off. But because I fired on the move, it meant it gave him time to come around the corner and unload 3 into me. And I just lost 1,000 health for no reason. There was no reason there other than me being stupid. We're now down to our heat rounds. We've run out of APCR. I do load quite a lot of heat in this thing. I do in most of my tier 10 tanks. We come round. Thankfully, we bounce the 277. Now, need to concentrate on my angles. Again, we're losing here. I need to be quick about this. I need to hurry up. I can't afford to turn this into a pissing match for the next 5 minutes and then get outnumbered. But at the same time, because I lost all of that health to the Progetto, I'm now in a position where I can't just go round corners, take a shot and finish tanks off. And oh god, there's the Charioteer. And he's firing Hesh. He's throwing those Hesh rounds. So I actually here, even though there's a 277 and a Charioteer in front of me, I need to focus the Charioteer. Because the Charioteer kills me, next shot. The 277, I have a chance to bounce. Charioteer probably thought I was going to focus on the 277. Back off, back off, back off. Hope he hit misses. Fortunately, 277 missed. I know that I fired first before the 277, and he's got about a 10.5 second reload depending on his setup. I know that I've still got time to come around and finish him off. Now, 1 versus 4 was 1 versus 5. I can quite honestly do this. There's a grill, there's an object 263, and a lantern, and then artillery. And this is where, essentially, I throw the game. Like I said, this game was all about decision making. I made a good decisions against the 50 TP, the 50 TP prototype. Shocking decision against the Progetto, which cost me all of my health. That has then led to me being in this position where I'm not doing that well. We spot the grill, proximity detected him within 50 meters. I go after him again. I should have just gone straight around the corner, but at the time, and obviously all of this is in hindsight, but at the time I thought if I go out here, artillery's just going to be able to slap me from wherever he is. In hindsight, I spent a lot of time around here and artillery never shot me, Because their team took this side of the map so hard, artillery is probably relocated down here somewhere and is probably getting close to the cap right now. So again, in hindsight, I probably should have just barrel rolled out. I should have as well known that him being so passive probably means that he's got team on the way. And I'm, again, not doing anything. This is all in hindsight. I should have done something sooner, and I'll explain that in just a second. We'll let the game finish out. 263 comes around. I don't notice the Lanson, and I do, in fact, tunnel vision and get killed, which is really annoying. And there we are, a big ball of fire, which is always delightful. So what were my... Hang on, I'm just going to... There we go. No, we'll look at the Lanson. We'll look at me. There we go. What were my key mistakes there? Obviously, first one, we've addressed the Progetto. Losing 1,000 health, I could have done with 1,000 health. If I'd have still had 1,000 health, could have charged around the corner, killed the grill. Even if we'd have taken the shot, we'd still be on, I think we were on about 1,200, so we'd still been on about 500 health. Then, the waiting. What I should have done in that situation when I was unspotted was get the hell out of there. Whether that be into the like trench over here, I should have gone somewhere that was more to my advantage, and I could have kept all of the enemies in front of me. If I'd have moved to over here into the trench, yes, I could have potentially been killed by Artie, but if I did, I did. But I'd have had all 3 enemy tanks behind me. In me sitting, it allowed them to surround me, meant that literally the enemy team played the end of the game perfectly here. One came from this way, one came from this way, one came from this way. There was no way of me getting out. I should have focused the fight in front of me, made sure that everything stayed in front of me. I could have obviously killed the grill, being a one-shot. 263, not too difficult. Poor DPM, well, not poor DPM, but average DPM. Obviously, turret tank destroyers easy if I can track them to kill them. And the Lanson, at the end of the day, is just a tier 8 medium tank. I could have tracked him, I could have blocked his shells, whatever. And I honestly do feel like I could have potentially taken this game down. But it was due to those couple of poor decisions. And again, in hindsight, it's easy for me to say, but I reckon I could have played it better. Still, 7,966 damage and 7 kills. I'm not going to argue that. I'd like to have got my Radley Walters for 8 kills, but we are definitely not going to argue. And yeah, that's just... I wanted to upload this game, guys. I was going to turn it into a tank review on the Object 260, but, I mean, it's not really spoilers. It wasn't an ace tanker, and I do kind of want to get aces for tank reviews. Not always, but most of the time if I can. It gives me another reason to put an Object 260 video up in the future to make a tank review on this thing. I do love this tank. It's a tank I play quite a lot on stream, usually once or twice a night at very least. And it is a very good tank. It also gives me an opportunity to improve and show you guys a better game on the tank. But yeah, I just wanted to show this replay. The importance of decision making, and sometimes with just going on your gut instinct and not overthinking things too much. And at the same time, sometimes you have got to think. Don't fire shells straight at Progettos, and then I should have just gone straight at the grill, or I should have relocated, something like that. But anyway, let's go take a very quick look at the post-game stats. So there we go, guys. That was a first class medal. Didn't quite manage to squeeze an ace there. Obviously 802 XP base. We did get a bit of a bonus for the high caliber for getting a epic. Is it an epic medal you have to get? I honestly can't remember. We did get a high caliber top gun. One more would have done for the Radley Walters. We blocked 3k damage. Did 7,966 damage. That's not too shabby. 7 kills, and yeah, like I say, very well played to that Progetto. He had a very good game. I really wish that I'd have just played better. The Grill as well had a good game. Those two carried their team. I'm also kind of annoyed that our other side of the map didn't hold a bit stronger. We had 5 tanks do 0 damage, including a 4005 in that matchup, a 430, a T30, a Pantera, and an ISU. Not great. A Jaegeru as well, only doing 800. It's not really good. I don't blame the Batchat too much, obviously him being a top tier tank in that matchup, but Batchat on Pilsen is not ideal. He could have done better, but I'm not like going, oh my god, you did shit. It's all your fault. We fired 27 shots, hit 24 and pen 22, so we didn't do too bad in terms of pen ratio. Obviously, in my opinion, one shot through the game, and that was firing at that progetto on the move. Should have just waited and held the shell. We did lose credits in the end, but that's because we did have to fire premium rounds. And to be fair, I'm not really bothered about making or losing credits in the 260. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, guys. I'm trying to stick to uploading semi-regularly at the minute, trying to aim for one video a week if I can, if not maybe 2 videos. I do also stream, for any of you who don't know, over on Twitch, same as my YouTube channel, msimpson54. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, I have several other World of Tanks videos up on my channel. Everything from low tiers, high tier tanks, reward vehicles, premium vehicles, tank reviews, commentaries. Everything is up there. So please do consider going to subscribe. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time.